Hi everyone, Aiden here with etrailer.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at the CURT Premium hanging style bike rack here on our 2018 Mazda CX-5. Now the CURT Premium is going to be a pretty unique bike rack in the sense that these arms actually narrow down together at the end here. So if you're getting this bike rack for the family, it's going to accommodate those kids' bikes on the end really well, and you might not need an adapter bar, so that's really great to see. One thing I will caution you against though is that if you do have an alternative frame bike with you, you will still need an adapter bar for that probably to get that right fit on your bike rack. Otherwise though, it's going to hold the bikes really well. We've got these two straps on the top and this third strap on the seat post for limiting our side-to-side movement in that anti-sway cradle. Overall, it works pretty well, and it's got a total weight capacity of 180 pounds. So just make sure you get all your bikes laid out, and as long as altogether they're 180 pounds or less, you're good. Go ahead and get this bike unloaded by undoing these rubber straps here, just pulling those and releasing them from those tabs. It's pretty easy to do, and then we can get this bike lifted off the rack. Make sure that strap is off and away there, and then we can set this down to the side. That is one downside of a platform style or of a hanging style over a platform style bike rack, is that if we want to get hatch access for our Mazda here, we have to have the bikes unloaded here, whereas with some platform style bike racks you can tilt that rack away with the bikes loaded, but you are going to be paying quite a bit more for that. So to get this tilted away, we're going to come down to the bottom here and release this pin and clip first. We're first actually going to undo this hand knob on the back just to loosen that up, because that's actually binding up this clip, this pin here. So we got those released, we've got this knob loosened, we can pull up on this and tilt the whole rack away. Then we can get access to the back of our vehicle if we need it. And you can see here why we can't have the bikes loaded. It's just going to put them way too close to the ground. But now we've got all the access we need to change our shoes before or after a ride, or just grab something from the back. We'll close that back up and we can lift the bike rack back into place. When we do that, just make sure you lift up on this lever here and you'll hear that tab kind of drop back in. We can put the pin through first, secure it with the clip on the other side, and then tighten down that little hand knob. Now that hand knob's nice because it kind of binds this up and keeps things a little bit more stable, but it does kind of present the issue of there's a lot to work with down here, so it can get a little confusing, and it's just a lot of things that you have to loosen, undo, just to tilt the rack away. Now with it like this, let's get some measurements. We're going to start off with our distance added to the back of the vehicle. These arms obviously do stick out quite a bit. It's going to be adding about 39 inches to the back of your Mazda here. That is quite a bit of distance added, so in those parking lots or your garage, just be sure you're mindful of that. When the bikes are unloaded though, if we want to leave the rack on so it's ready for the next ride, we can undo this pin from the top, fold those arms down, and realign that pin here, and secure it with that retaining clip on the other side. That's going to cut our distance down significantly, all the way down to 12 inches added to the back. That's this furthest out point here. So if we do want to try to sneak in our garage and close the door, we might be able to. Just make sure you check for clearances in your situation. Now down here at the bottom, you can see we're working with a 2-inch by 2-inch receiver tube, and it comes with an anti-rattle bolt. So everything's going to be pretty solid in the hitch there. You might want to look into picking up a locking anti-rattle and maybe a cable lock as well for this integrated spot for a cable lock, just to make sure everything's secured when you're not around. Overall though, I think this is going to be a really great family rack. I like that it's ready to accommodate those kids' bikes right out of the box. I think it's going to be a good fit for your Mazda here. Thanks for watching.
Here it is on our test course. We'll start by going through the slalom. This is going to show us the side-to-side action, which simulates turning corners or evasive maneuvers. Next, we're at the alternating speed bumps, which we'll see the twisting action. This will simulate hitting a curb or pothole or driving over uneven pavement. Finally, we have the full speed bumps, where we'll see the up and down action, which is just like driving out of a parking lot, garage, or driveway.